What's up guys, it's Jensen and today is October 5th, 2017. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a story on how I chose my name so that hopefully you have another option on how to choose yours. And originally this was going to be like an advice on how to choose your new name, but then I realized the best advice that I can give is telling you how I chose my name, just because I don't know many trans people that chose their name like this, and I feel like it should be a thing. So there's a lot of variables that go into choosing your new name, especially knowing that that's the name that you're most likely going to have for the rest of your life. Unless you decide to change it multiple times, that's fine. But I know some people want to have it similar to their birth name. Other people want the complete opposite of their birth name. It really just depends on what you want and what you feel comfortable with. So during this time, I was really only out to my close friends and a few of my family members. So choosing a new name wasn't really a priority for me. I was so much more focused on telling everybody else and going on tea and going to therapy and all the other stuff that I had to do, that name choosing was not, it didn't matter. And then one day I just heard a name and I liked it and I wrote it down on my phone. And then the next day I heard another name that I liked and I wrote it down on my phone. And within like a month I had a list of maybe 9 or 10 names written down on my phone. And from what I've seen online, that's pretty common. People usually make a list, they pick a name out of that list, and that's their name. So once I had that list of 10 names, I wanted it to be a little bit more personal and a little bit more thought out. So I made the decision to have my mom choose the name from those 10 names. So I sent my mom the list of the 10 names and I ranked them 1 through 10 based on my preferences. So number 1 was my most favorite name, the one that I liked the most. Number 2, 3, 4, so on and so on. And within like a week, she sent me a message back saying I choose this name, and she ended up choosing Jensen, which was like number 5 or something, I think. But keep in mind, I chose all of these 10 names based on hundreds of names. So whatever name she would have picked out, I would have been okay with. It's just for me that it was really important to me to have my mom pick the name, because I don't know, she's my mom. She did make it clear that I didn't have to stick to the name that she chose, that it's ultimately up to me, that I'm gonna have that name for the rest of my life, so I should like the name. And I thought about it and I thought, I don't know if I like this name. But then I kind of started hearing it more and people started calling me by it and it became a thing. And I actually ended up really liking it. So here I am. Now as far as getting used to that name and the pronoun changes that come with it, it took me quite a while to get used to it. I know a lot of trans guys who choose their name and they just feel comfortable with it from the start. Like, that's it, I was always meant to be called Jax or whatever it was. I didn't have that same experience. It took me a long time to get used to it, because hearing someone call you by anything other than what you've been called your whole life feels extremely strange and it feels foreign. And honestly, I think sometimes it made me feel kind of unsure about myself, because I'm clearly not birth name, but then this new name sounds odd. Don't get me wrong, I love my name, but it took me a long time to get used to people, to get used to hearing it, to get used to saying it, to get used to writing it down on papers. Like it took a while. And you know, I let my mom choose my name because she is my #1 supporter in my transition. I know not everyone's parents are, but it doesn't have to be a parent. It could be anyone that's close to you, or at least have an opinion on your name. Some people don't want anybody else's opinion. Some people only want to have their own say in it and it's their name, and that's fine. I'm just giving you guys another option in case you're indecisive, because I was, so I put that burden on my mom and I was 100% okay with it. It took quite a while for people to become used to saying it, like introducing me to other people. They would say, hey, this is Jensen. But it's cool. I promise everyone gets used to it eventually. There's gonna be a lot of things changing for you. And honestly, this is like just the beginning. If you go on tea, your voice starts to deepen. If you get top surgery, you're gonna start walking around shirtless because you don't give up. And choosing your name is the first step to a lot of other changes. So I'm glad you guys are taking it, or thinking about taking it counts too. Keep up that mentality, and don't forget guys, make it a good day today. I will see you soon.